What is up, guys? Crisis here. I'm back in the Mr. Pandaria beta doing Stormstout Brewery, which is the other instance that I did not do the first time, obviously. So, I'm back again on my priest, doing nothing because it's so boring that I just about fell asleep. In the first video I did, I said if it was live commentary, it would have just been me talking about how bored I am. If this one was live commentary, it would have just been me snoring, because this was the most boring thing I've ever done. This was even more boring than the first instance. It is so incredibly easy that words can't even describe it. I mean, like right here, I don't even keep up with my group. I just run around, just click on things. That stuns me, doesn't even matter. Run over here, collect some books. My team runs up ahead and kills stuff, the rest of my group. Don't even care, because nothing can possibly ever die, because this game is so easy. Just collecting stuff, moving my screen around, collecting stuff, you know. Cleared out this whole group, I didn't even have to heal anything. I don't know what they're thinking with these instances, but they are. I really hope that at some point they get at least a little more challenging, because this is absurd. So I guess that counter at the bottom is you have to kill 40 enemies to make the boss spawn. I'm actually not sure on that, but that's what it looks like. Because we kill 40 and then everything else runs away and then the boss comes. So this boss was pretty much like Donkey Kong. Yeah, pretty much like Donkey Kong. He has bananas, he goes bananas, and barrels come out. And then you hop on the barrels and crash them into him, and he takes 10% more damage per barrel. As you can see, I heal nothing. Like, I'm mashing powered soulless because there's nothing else to do. I decide to smite just for fun. Finally, I have to toss a heal on someone, and then I'm back to doing nothing again. I mean, I'm at full mana. This boss is gonna die, and I have full mana. I don't understand what they're doing, but it's pretty bad. So, anyways, this whole place, it looks quite nice, but every instance Blizzard makes looks quite nice for the most part. And it's there's some rats with hammers, because the other place had fish that could talk, so they wanted rats with hammers to make things equal, I guess. The one thing I will say about this place is it was very short compared to the first instance I did, the Temple of the Jade Serpent thing. Very, very short. And I think that's, I don't know what I think about that, but I am kind of happy because it got me out of here faster. I don't have to be here. This was about 15, 16 minutes compared to the 26 minutes of the other one, but it's also possible that this one I just had a better group for. I don't really know. Anyways, this boss is a giant rat. More rats come down. You pick up a hammer, swing it around, knock the rats off the platform. Oh, and he does this fire spitting thing because that's something apparently they want all the bosses to do. But unlike the boss in the first dungeon where if you got hit by it, it killed you, in this one it just does 18,000 damage and knocks you back. So really there's no sense in even avoiding it. You might as well just tank it. So I don't know what the point is. He did give 160,000 experience though. And then this guy takes the carrot and runs off, which I thought was kind of funny. But it was 6 in the morning, so that's that. Most things are pretty funny at 6 in the morning. Anyway, the tank DC is here, so we're just kind of chilling. But I just want to say, either holy priests are absurdly broken, or the fact that they equalize item level is really dumb, because everybody in this group has a 390 item level, including me. I have like a 349 item level normally, because I don't play my priest on live servers anymore, and haven't since the game came out. So, the fact that it bumps my gear up 50 item levels, or 40, it makes it very simple. Because I understand why, because they don't want people with like terrible gear being in here, but I thought that's what the item level requirement was, and I don't know. I feel like if they're going to bump everybody's gear up, they have to then make the instances actually challenging, because this isn't challenging. I mean, the tank, everybody in the group has the same item level gear, but it doesn't help, because this fight is so simple in the first place that you might as well, you don't even need it. So I don't really know what they were doing. This fight though, I will say, if that stacks up to 10, that debuff, you fall asleep. So I pretty much just turned on auto run and ran in circles because I didn't need to actually stop to heal things for the most part in this fight. This is the final boss, by the way. This is just kind of a gauntlet before the boss starts. I'm kind of running around. I don't know what those bubbles were for. Some sort of shield. I never really stopped to pay attention because I didn't really care. This is pretty much all healed just with Circle of Healing, Prayer of Mending, and Renews with a couple of shields thrown in. But for the most part, just me running around using all instant casts. Nothing else even matters. That dude died, but that's because he stood in the yellow stuff. It does like 30,000 damage a second, so killed him in a few seconds. So, I guess you can die if you stand in stuff you're not supposed to stand in, but that's about it. This fight was kind of... I don't like this fight that much. This final boss, which I think spawns right now. Yes. And the reason for that is it messes up your jump button. And when I run around, I jump a lot. Like right there. You jump straight up and you can't move. So if you're like auto running somewhere and you hit jump, you stop auto running and you just go straight up. Which is a problem because I auto run all over the place. Right there, I did miss timing though and landing that stuff, which did 50,000 damage a second. But wasn't enough to kill me, so it didn't really matter. Just ran around, healed myself. I am kind of low on mana at this point, but that's because I'm using all skills that cost a lot of mana instead of just using heal, because I'm doing it all while running around. So, bosses puts on some sort of shield thing, just takes a little while longer to kill. You jump over that stuff with the extra long jump, and pretty much just run around in circles some more. This dungeon, this instance, whatever you want to call them, was, in my opinion, it looks fine. The bosses are somewhat unique and different, like this jump mechanic and stuff's kind of cool, but it's just so easy that it was not fun. Like the other instance was quite easy as well, but this one was just unbelievably easy. So that's this whole instance. I'm hoping that at some point in this expansion things get difficult, but I don't expect them to, because everything on live is pretty simple. So anyways, I don't really know. I guess we'll see. But that's this whole instance. So with that, I'm out. Peace, guys.